You're live on air with me, Tilly Ekienipa. My guest here is all the way from the Volta Region. He represents the Volta Region and, in fact, the entire of Ghana when it comes to his music and his genre and his style. You're welcome. My guest is Agbeshie, and we're going to have a conversation about him. We'll play games with him, and we'll see what makes Agbeshie tick on air. Welcome to the show. How is life?
Life is beautiful, like Tilly.
So, when somebody is introducing you and they say that, oh, he's from the Volta region, is this something, some people find it limiting to their brand? Is this something you find limiting or you feel like proud to be representing? Where do you stand on that kind of introduction though?
Me, it'd be a whole pride for me. It's a whole pride because, you know, we have numbers of people who have, quote unquote, have the niche for themselves and don't know where they're from. And I'm so much fortunate and happy that I can boldly say that I'm from Volta Region. But I mean, you know, music is big, and then it doesn't only end or start from Volta Region. You understand? So for me, it's a whole wide thing for me. So I mean, being tagged as a Voltarian or however from Volta Region, don't have any problem with me because that's where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah.
But have you had encounters in the industry where people want to limit your creativity, not per se where you come from, but your creativity to the fact that, oh, wait, or you're from Volta, and you know, on what do they limit you with the Volta thing, or you've still had doors open to you because you're even, you know, proud of where you come from?
You know, the whole thing about this music thing goes beyond just one's perspective. However, you probably might be saying things is not what the next man is saying. Now, talk of music and being creative for that matter. I'm a creative person. And so funny enough, my song that really blew me from Ghana to the world is not even a Voltarian. It's not an Ewe song.
Yeah.
You're wrong, it's not an Ewe song. You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, I think I go deeper than just the fact that I'm from here, you are from there, and all that. I'm making music. If you feel the vibe, let's jam, let's enjoy ourselves. Because most of songs we heard and we don't understand the words, but we jump to it. But if you, I mean, that's personal. If you feel like, okay, because Agbeshie is this, I don't like him, or I don't like his song, that's you. Because I have someone in Malawi who is dying over my song.
Oh, that's nice.
I have someone in Yugoslavia listening to my song, like he doesn't, and all my songs are not in Ewedo. So, I mean, it's fair. It's fair.
Let's talk about your role up until now. You are a party kind of artist, aren't you? No, you are, aren't you?
Yeah, you can say that.
When you are creating your songs, do you always have in mind what will excite people? Or, first of all, how do you create your pieces?
Well, you know, growing up in my space as an artist, I have grown to understand that as an artist, you need to know your target audience.
Okay.
And obviously, we're going to have the Fameye kind of artists. We're going to have the Kinaata kind of artists. We have the
you may have to explain what kind of artist and what kind of audience they come with.
Okay, so let's say Fameye, for example. We all know like he's that soul touching kind of artist who want to speak about life issues.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, you know, Sarkodie is coming to tell you how best it is when it comes to rap. You understand me? So now, looking at me and I'm looking at the whole market, I'm like, okay, cool. So if you all want to do all that, just say, minimum 2 minutes, because if you're like 40 years, it will be me, my music 3 minutes, you can't give you sense. You should have sense at the age of 40. So the point is, I am taking the space of the party zone. So when you have your whole conscious thing, it doesn't mean that I'm not, but I'm looking at the business aspect of it. I'm taking the whole party to myself and making my money from there.
The party thing, is it just the creative side or your life is actually a life of party? Because I met another party artist that already there's jamming in his life.
No, but me, I'm very, very reserved.
Really?
If you will not see me at where you see quote unquote artists.
Okay.
I'm always in my space because I love my space a lot. And that's why I don't even have a girlfriend for now.
Let's describe your space. When you say my space,
yeah.
how is your space like? Is it you and your friends, you and your family, or you and your team? Or it's just you, you know, being in a very calm, solitude mood when you're creating?
It's usually me and my team, you know,
Okay.
friends. That's I don't make friends choose me. I choose my friends.
Okay.
I choose people who I want to be with. So when I choose you, that it means that you belong to be in my space where I want to do my thing, because I am that type of artist who believes in energy. The energy you give me is what I produce with.
Reciprocate.
Yeah. So I mean, I choose people who I know gives me that energy to do more. Yeah.
Is it easy to write a party song?
It's not easy, because one of the difficult things is to think how to amuse one. Because if you can't fall in that space, or you can go into that realm of bringing that amusement out, you can share. So you have to be able to bring it out and able to share.
How do you keep yourself amused? If you are always reserved. How do you keep yourself? What amuses you?
I like being around ladies.
You just said you don't have a girlfriend now. You like being, what is going on here? Please, let's explain it.
No, see, women are very powerful, you know. You guys are like gods on earth. When I say I like being around ladies, see, ladies always have this vibe. They talk. You see ladies go to the, how do you call it? They go to a saloon. You know, gossip is coming. They are saying stuff. So when we are together, they say, "What you see? We see." Then I'm getting, you know, boys are usually that type that want to be reserved. And secondly, boys don't chat positively.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes.
I thought it was the opposite rather.
Yeah, I mean, you see, when it has to do with boys, there's certain limitation.
Okay.
But when it has to do with ladies and guys, they're like, yo, this is our guy. You know, they come all out and tell you stuff. Even if she's dating elsewhere, she's definitely going to talk to you about her relationship. And the moment you're talking to me about your personal stuff, I'm getting amused, and then I'm ready to share.
Wow, we can't trust you with things. Welcome back. I'm seated here with Agbeshie and we are on air. Agbeshie is telling me why, if you don't know and you tell him about your issues, he will put it out. Agbeshie, have you had issues before? Because this one there, you two, you have a big platform, so it goes everywhere, and every person involved knows that they are talking about them. Have you had problems before?
You see, that's in there in my head, you know, be banco. So I don't know if you keep things from my head inside like that. So sometimes, you know, and trust me, socially, I'm a social worker. I work for people. I mean, as a musician, there will be so many stories that will pass my ways. Maybe a whole story now, but two before.
Okay.
You understand me? But if I don't speak about it, then it's just kept with you. Then the next man will go into same mistake. Then it's like it's not being awakened. You understand? So I believe it's good to share information, positive wise.
Okay, I think I want to ask a final question before we move to the next segment.
Yeah.
From the Roronho up onto the recent one you have, which of these party songs did you get easily or write easily, or do you even write them, or when you go to the studio you just get a vibe? How do you get them, and which one was the easiest to get?
Well, I think Roron was easy.
Why?
Yeah, because that song says, that song is a gospel song. But if people just take the song where you take do your things, but it's all good. Same way, but Roron was the easiest one to do it.
Okay. All right. Agbeshie has a new one out. We are moving straight to the Slate Music Con, and we'll see what went into that one too. You're welcome back. This is the Slate Music Con with Agbeshie. Agbeshie has a new project out that he's pushing heavily. It's called Duna. Agbeshie, let's talk about Duna. Why Duna?
Yeah, don't urinate near Agbeshie.
First of all, how did the production come about? Who produced the song?
The song was produced by Makwada.
Okay.
Yeah, as a young producer who's doing amazing all the way in a shaman. And then the song was mixed by Helegbe, who is also a young champ from the Volta region. Yeah.
Okay, so then is it the kind of song that came to you when you heard the beat, or is something that you wanted to write, a story you wanted to write, so you just went to the studio and then they found the beats that suited the story?
Okay, so Duna itself was a song, I would say it came in a reality form.
Explain.
Yeah, so...
You said a reality.
Yeah,
Do
like,
not urinate is not real.
So when I say it came in a reality, so I was just like literally saying the whole thing. I'm like, wow, now Duna. You know what I mean? You know that kind of thing. You see the thing like you're like, wow.
Tell me that story. What happened?
Okay, so I was in London, and you know this thing about we Africans, our women with, so like physics and all that. So while I was eating, this lady that came through, I think she's from she's a white, let me say she's a white, so she had the body. I'm like, okay. So my guy was like, Charlie, these white people, they are taking our body, like eventually as time goes on, they are getting our form,
our stature, the African stature.
And I'm like, okay, this is a mixed race. Obviously, probably the mother probably might be African or the father, so it's possible. Say it be a Benyasa kind of body. Then we had that conversation. Then it passed on. So I think it was about 5 minutes we were eating. Then the thing properly bucked in. Then I'm like, okay. Now do not. Then my friend was like, yo, come on in, so he also then was like, okay. If a phone machine.
Hey, do that.
So it was a vibe. As a creative person, I want to talk about how beautiful African women are. I mean, it doesn't only stop there. I mean, like I said, we've started having breeds upon breeds. Being misraised and so on. We have, India women who are also curvy and all that now, So I think it's beautiful to speak about, God's creation. It all depends on what you want to say. You say it well. Yeah, that's it.
When you did Duna and then you recorded it and then it came out, did you get women with Duna showing appreciation for you appreciating what God gave them?
Yeah, of course, because my TikTok is on fire. TikTok, they always want to like communicate there. And I posted a video, me in the studio, in the house, jamming to the song. Then they started like, hopping onto the music, and I realized, okay, they're ready for it. So literally gave it out.
Do you think songs that are explicit like that, it talks about what it talks about, is well accepted by the youth now?
I don't see it as explicit.
Okay.
For me, I don't. Let's not be so naive. If I want to call bum in Ghana, there's no other way than to say it, Duna. If I want to go like into deep, then maybe I want to say Cody, then say Dukui. Don't mind me, I was born in Accra here.
Yeah, don't worry.
I understand. So the point is, if say it as it is. Let me just switch small. Rorohon was to speak about naked truth. That was the whole concept. But when it came out of misconception, people thought it was me telling people to take off their clothes, which was fair because your way of amusement is different from mine.
That's true.
I probably might hear Bob Marley song and I want to just be nodding. But when we hear and say, look, I need a big wig. You understand what I mean?
Roll it on the thing.
So it's back and forth. Back to Duna. Duna is not an explicit song. It's all about how you hear it or how you want to consume it. And people have that mind of Agbeshie music there. You know, we're shooting a video the other day, and then one guy walked to me like, "Oh, so, at least give us some conscious." I'm like, boss, why? Fameye don't give you conscious. Why you one can't give me pressure? Make me do I give you the one you go feel consume for me. When you are ready to listen to that one, don't worry. I go feel call Conqueror self, make it give you something, then you take hold your body. Well, but when you're ready to do the whole vibe, link up, I go sort you out.
So I checked online to see if there was a video for Duna, and I didn't see. Is there a video coming?
Yes, it's a whole movie actually.
Oh, really? Tell me about it.
I made a movie for Ghanaians.
Okay.
Yeah, they will love it. I mean, the whole movie with, you know,
with Duna.
So many actions in there.
Are we going to see like physical, the way you said Duna, are we going to be expecting that?
Why are you doing like this?
You started it. You started it.
Stop copying me.
Are we going to be seeing that? Or, you know, creatives, sometimes they give a song, an audio, and then the video is avant-garde, something that you don't expect. But then probably, if you look at it creatively from their point of view, it says the same thing. Are we going to see the very usual thing somebody would expect when they hear a song, Duna, or you're going to blow our mind with something different?
Oh, me, Monday, I like telling the truth. The way the matter they be so now we'll talk. I'll be straightforward. You go see things. There's so many things inside there. You know, it's like a whole pot of soup. You have money in there, Kobe in there, meat, fish, chicken, goat, everything assorted.
Wow.
But you know, the thing is, the whole song is speaking against body shaming.
Yeah.
You understand? So, yeah, let me give you a scenario. So we have a scenario where, let's say, in the not on a normal day, a beauty pageant, then they say who is being expected. You are expecting to see, I mean, body physics like Tilly, if I'm right.
Yeah, slim and then
That's
tall, and even I won't be the card because I'm not that tall, but
Yeah.
but
you
slimness.
know that's bad.
Yeah.
So right now, no, the one show you say, now you know, women like now go pop up. Then you go to say, oh wow, now do that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we need to give chances to the women. I mean, quote unquote, any size of body. Everybody is beautiful in their own way. Don't look at anybody and make it look like, oh, you there, you know, the inside. Some women, they way like you can see them nice, slim, but last, if you go pick them, you go marry them. So they don't fit JE any style, then you vest. But you know, when you go get it for the plastic, they show you small action, you will say, okay, the thing they elsewhere. So what they inside?
When is the video dropping?
Okay, so the video is dropping next week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dropping next week.
Let's talk about the video.
Yeah,
who shot the video?
Snares. They got my guy.
Why did you choose Snares for this particular video? But did you focus on budget or the concept?
No, it's not about the budget. Yeah, I get money, so you know the budget money. It be about who they see, what they see. For fall in line with you, you know, you guys have to have same vision. So Snares, I've been working with him for some time now, and he's an amazing guy. So when I shared the concept and everything with him, he just gave me about a few days to, you know, also put himself together. He did and got back to me. I literally didn't give him my concept for the first start.
Okay.
But when I gave him the song, he came back, elaborated on his concept. I'm like, okay, you are in my space. This is exactly what I was also putting together. So let's do it. And we did.
When you went on set, in fact, how long did it take for you to finally move past there with a grid and then go on set?
As in,
how long did it take for you to go on set? Did it take a week to prepare or some months to prepare before you went on set?
No. I mean, because I already knew what I wanted to do. You know, it's different when you don't know what you want to do. Then you are beginning to think, oh, what I go do and what. I already know this is what I'm projecting. This is what how I want to tell my story. So I just called him, like I said. We came together, then boom. The next 2 days we were on set, we shooting.
When you went on set, what was something that you saw that surprised you? Was there any surprise element on set that you liked, or because it was already something you were anticipating, there wasn't so much of a surprise on set?
Yeah, there was a surprise, especially you see that big breast. Yeah. That one. I was surprised because I couldn't have think that God is a very creative man, you know. The man, you know what's up.
You don't say.
The man, God is a proper guy. You see the breasts, the way the breasts, I'm like, wow. God is, I think, it be proper visual artist. It be visual guy, it be smart. Because the thing where he creates, I can't imagine, like, you know, sometimes you want to see something bad, it come in a normal stand, you're like, okay, yeah, it's cool. But when it become too much of a wow, you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
The wow becomes...
Wow. I wanted to add, what was your favorite moment? But I'm guessing as soon as she entered, that was your favorite moment on the set.
My favorite moment was when Jeffrey, you know Jeffrey, you saw Jeffrey,
right?
Yeah, when
he too, he likes Duna.
Yeah, he's the ambassador.
Ambassador for Duna.
Yeah. He's the ambassador, and me, I'm the pre-descender. Yeah, so you know, when then everything had arranged, then all of a sudden I can't see my guy.
Hey.
My guy gets vanished.
He's lost in the Duna.
Yeah, I mean those moments were nice actually, because there's nothing beautiful than creating good stuff. I like being a space of creating. You know, it's always fun. Yeah.
Okay, so the video is out. Where can they go and stream the video?
The video is on my YouTube, Agbeshie Music. When you just hop on YouTube, if you type Agbeshie Duah official video, you will see them for there. Yeah, it did the large. Go stream them. Make you not make anybody tell you.
Okay, please go and stream Agbeshie's Duah on YouTube.
Charlie, when you say it like that,
you said it that way because when you said that, I was like,
no, I said go stream Agbeshie Duah. You said please go and stream Agbeshie's Duah. So me and you are phrases, so you have to reframe your.
No, actually, they are both right.
No, they are not right. They are not right. How can you tell them to go and stream my Duah?
Okay then, we are going for a break. This has been the music con with Agbeshie. So we're going for a break and then the next is Moments.
OnePlay. Add class to your music.